Hello everyone, Shah Broccoli here, and in today's video we'll be continuing my Disgaea Force walkthrough series. So I want to apologize for the delay on getting this episode 4 part 1 uploaded. There was a bit of an audio issue going on with my recording. I was able to, some of it was a cutscene, so I cut out the cutscene and just re-recorded it. There will be part of a mission that's a little bit um, I guess distorted. You'll recognize the issue from before. I think it's some sort of issue with OBS, but I'll have to figure out why it occasionally does that. But for now, we'll just go ahead and use the Microsoft Xbox recording feature instead. But enough about that, let's get started.
Big sis? Aren't you excited to see what kinds of enemies we're gonna have to face, Big sis? Hey, seriously, can you stop calling me Big sis? Huh? I mean, I wanted a little sister when I was younger, but I really can't accept having some gross-looking monster for a sister, even if it is just a dream. Desco's so sorry for being so gross, Big sis. Desco is glad that we finally got to meet each other. Desco will do her best to become a final boss, so please don't hate her. Hey, oh, come on. Why are you crying over this? Stop it. You're making it look like this is my fault.
But it is your fault.
Yeah, no matter what angle I try to look at it, I'm pretty sure it's all your fault.
What? Is everyone blaming this on me? She's the bad guy here. She attacked.
Stop right there! I don't approve of this!
What?
We must unite as one if we are to accomplish our goal of usurping the regime! It's a tactic that the humans call teamwork. As long as you belong to this new party, I won't allow any dissension among the ranks. Even if you hate each other, just get along.
Even if we hate each other? Is there any point to that?
Of course there is.
You seem pretty confident. Fine. I don't want you to keep crying, so I give you permission to call me Big Sis while we're in my dream. Really? Desco is so happy! But you have to swear absolute loyalty to me. If Big Sis says it's white, then it's white. If Big Sis says it's black, then it's black. Got that? If you follow this rule, then you can call me Big Sis. Okay, if Big Sis says the clothes are white, then Desco will go paint them all white. Good.
Pretty sure this isn't how sisters are supposed to get along.
Well, that's settled. Now, let's go invade the Information Bureau! Consider this settled. All is for my lord.
The Netherworld, a world supported by fear energy that is harvested from the human world. The demons here obey only one thing: power. They are divided into different areas, depending on their own personal power. Valvatora's and his party's first destination lies in the lowest level of the Netherworld. It's an area inhabited by demonic weaklings and lowly peons.
It's been a while since I've smelt the foul air of the Netherworld. The sounds of screams echoing in the distance, the blood-soaked ground, the warm air. Oh, the sweet memories.
Yes, the first time we met, during the Golden Age, when my lord reigned over this world as its tyrant. This place hasn't changed a bit.
Ugh! Enough of this sappy crap! We need to hurry up and correct the false news reports!
Desco, listen up. If you want to keep being my little sister, you need to act more girly. Girly? But Despa wants to be the final boss. Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that you're a girl. I don't want to have a tomboy for a sister. Okay, then Despa will be girly. Good. Then let's start with skincare. UV rays are your biggest enemy. Make sure you're careful about that, okay? Yes, sis. Desco thought that heroes were her only biggest enemies, but Desco will add UV rays to her list as well.
What the hell are you two talking about?
So this is it. I heard they went through quite a transformation since the last time I've been here. But I didn't expect this.
Its appearance isn't the only thing. They have the most advanced security system that was designed by the Science Bureau. No matter how small or strong they are, no demon can crack their security. It's pretty much impossible.
Even if that demon is a final boss?
They still couldn't do it. Have you heard of the Angel of Avarice? She can't even get through here.
The Angel of Avarice? Who is that?
It's a name that was given to a thief who apparently is an angel that steals from major banks and wealthy families.
An angel thief? Ugh, what has the world come to? It's a good thing this is just a dream.
The human world is definitely on the verge of its final corruption. Celestia must be going broke, since few humans have faith these days.
Anyway, we successfully made it through the security system, which even that angel couldn't get through. And it's all thanks to me. Huh. Feel free to thank me all you want now.
However, how is a dead person able to get through such tight security? Does anybody else see some contradictions here?
Yeah, but I'm not dead. Soon, everyone will see that I'm still alive, and everything will get all ironed out.
Please wait, everyone! A final boss can't walk so briskly. It's one of Desco's weaknesses. Sneak, sneak. Oh, are you a Prinny? Yes, I sure am. I mean, yep, dude. I'm on the Sapphire, dude. So, please excuse me now, dude. Oh, sure. Desco better hurry, too.
You guys look rather suspicious. How did you get inside the building?
Desco is not suspicious. She's just a girl who's training to become a final boss.
Yeah, how could you accuse us pretty girls of being suspicious? Are you blind?
I'm not a pretty girl. But I came here to complain about an article you bastards wrote. There's a typo! Fix it immediately!
No, just forget these idiots. Hey, take a close look at me. I'm Sir Death of Easel, the president's one and only son. As you can see, I'm still alive.
Our orders are to eliminate any suspicious individual on sight. Everyone, get in position.
Hey, wait, listen to me. I'm the Netherworld president's only...
Nonsense! Our duty is to remove all intruders.
Looks like they have no intention of listening to what we have to say.
Damn it! What's going on? How could this happen?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with stage 1. So this one is a bit not tricky, but it's a little confusing. It took me a bit to kind of figure out what to do here, but what you're gonna want to do, all those geopanels, they're gonna have no entry attributed to them, so you can't actually cross those geopanels, and that'll be for all of them. Now, the thing that confused me was if, as you can see, there's a green block right there, and normally you would think, well, we'll pick up the block, we'll throw it on the other panels, and we'll just destroy it. But that doesn't apply here because if you hover over it, it just says no entry on it. So what confused me was I thought that if you destroy it, it just creates a no entry, but you'll realize as I guess the video goes on and I eventually destroy it, it actually gets rid of the no entry. It keeps the panels green, but it removes the no entry attribute so you can actually cross it. So the main thing you're going to want to do in this area, or I guess the stage, is you're going to want to destroy those geoblocks so you can move from section to section. So the one thing we'll start off doing is you want to get your team out, and you'll want to take out those two enemies that are standing right in front of the green line. Now it's probably going to take me a while to get all set up and everything. But another thing that you're going to have to watch out for is I think it might be the first and the second square away from the blue geopanel. Those Sith dog like enemies, they can actually use a special attack on you still. So you could actually also sit back here and you can probably attack them from a distance as well. I know if you get up close with a... Actually, you probably can't. You might be able to reach with the... what's it called? The spear. I don't know if you can because it's a bit... It's like 3 squares away. Maybe they move closer. But you can definitely hit them with magic from that distance, or a gunner can hit them. You'll see me do that as well. And a thing that'll kind of be a bit annoying is, as you can see here, the area I got like everybody out here, and it looks completely cluttered. It's gonna be hard to find the people that you're looking for. You might notice at some point on this level that I might actually select the wrong characters. I can't actually remember if I did, but I wouldn't be surprised. As you can see here, we're going to start off taking out these two guys. And we're mostly going to hang back and we're going to try and take out some of those guys across the blue and in the red areas. You don't have to, but I mean, if you have the range and you can do so without taking damage, you might as well. It'll do you some favors later on. And as far as the panels go, I believe there's 4 different kinds, or maybe it's just 3. There's the green one, the blue one, the red one, and then there's one that's over in the corner that you can't see, but it might also be okay. Yeah, it looks like it's blue as well. So I guess for this stage, I do recommend that you obviously want ranged characters. You'll want probably characters that can move a lot of squares, because you're gonna have to cover a bit of ground. You can see I used the slime monster. I don't recommend using one if you have one. It's slow. I don't even think I even get to use it. I think it just kind of gets stuck behind everyone and doesn't really get to attack anyone. So as you can see here, I'm going to line up and I'm going to start going for the Kusith or Sooth, who cares what they're called. The dogs, we'll just call them the dogs. We're going to line up and we're going to take out the stupid dogs. And then there you'll see an example of me getting attacked. So yeah, you will be able to hit them with spear characters if you move up to the actual geo panel, because it looks like they will move up to the blue square. You might actually have to lure them to the blue square first, because they could probably hit you with that special attack from where they were standing. And as you can see here, I'm kind of trying to throw the geo panel there, but there's a no entry panel in the way, so I'm trying to figure out what to do. Eventually I'll figure out that I just have to destroy the block on the panel. So I'm actually going to try something different for this video. I'm actually just going to go through the entire strategy. Rather than kind of bring it up every bit of the strategy going as it pops up in the video. So right now, obviously, I'm just setting up and trying to take out as many enemies as I can. But once I've cleared out that kind of area, I might not even fully clear it out. I might just damage some of the guys and then figure out what I have to do to move forward. But what's going to happen is I'm going to destroy that green geo block. That's going to actually allow me to cross, well, not just me, but enemies as well, to cross those panels. And then once I do that, those two enemies on the right will start moving forward. So you'll have to use your characters, overpower those two enemies. Shouldn't be too hard. The other thing that's going to happen is actually the reason why it's kind of helpful to attack from a distance over the blue geo panels and take out those enemies is because as soon as you destroy those green geo panels, those enemies are actually gonna walk onto the skull there on the right and come around to cross the green geo panel. So if you take those guys out, then you obviously don't have to worry about them joining the other two enemies that are on the right, and you can just outnumber them and destroy them. Unfortunately, I don't fully do that. I do see that I do some damage to some of the enemies, and one of them is in critical condition, but 3 or 4 of them are still alive, and they come over the skull, so I have to take them out. And the fight is a little more even for the enemy. So after you deal with all that, you're going to want to make your way across the skull to where those enemies were on the other side of the blue. And then you basically have 2 choices. You can go for the blue geo panel, or you can go for the red one. I usually just go for the blue one because it's closer. And then once you take out the blue one, you have access to that guy at the upper right. So you just want to go ahead and kill him. Shouldn't be too hard. Obviously, in order to, I guess, hit that geo panel, you probably need a ranged character. So, because the block itself is across the blue. Even if you try to go up I think it's like skull, the toes of the whatever creature that is, the bones, you can't really go over that. So you'll definitely want someone ranged to be able to take that out. one thing that you'll notice as well is once you get close to the blue Geo panel, one of the enemies on the other side of the red will actually hop over towards the blue guy. So that is actually another option. If you don't have anybody ranged who can reach that block and destroy it, you could destroy the red one instead. Cross over there, go up the mountains on the left. You'll have to take out two of them, two of the office workers, for sure. If you go the red route, the third one might come over to you as well. So you might not even have to destroy the blue one if you go that way. But I just felt like it's easier to just take out the blue one, take out the one guy, or I guess the two guys over there, and then after those guys are done, just destroy the red and take out the last guy for the victory. So, there's really not much left to talk about for this level. Obviously, once you kill those two guys at the blue, you go destroy the red block, and then you destroy the last guy. There's not really anything too complicated about this. It's just the confusing bit about the blocks, because you think they're no entry blocks, but they actually just cancel out the no entry. Alright, so I will, I guess, leave you guys to watch. Feel free to skip ahead if you don't need any more. If you don't actually need to see it, if the description was good enough for you.
Ninin. Ninin.
They're strong!
Shall we continue? Let's fight until we can come to terms. I can go all night if we have to.
Hey, hold up! Stop fighting and listen to me! I'm the Netherworld President's only son, Sir Death the Measle! I'm the boss of all of you!
Huh? A measle? I read an article that said he's dead. I even heard they already had the funeral.
Funeral? No!
That was rather prompt. I'm impressed.
Henceforth, no one will believe your story now. They won't even have the slightest interest in it.
What difference does it make if they're interested or not? I'm not dead, I'm still alive! Why don't you believe me? Why is it so hard to believe that the news was wrong?
I don't know. If the president's son was still alive, don't you think they would have mentioned it in the newspaper?
So you guys only believe what you read in the newspaper?
How big of a loser are you? They won't believe it, even when you're standing right in front of them. Are you really the president's son? Disgaea's starting to wonder.
Shut up! This must be a mistake!
Well, see ya. We have to go report the intruders to our higher-ups.
Hey! Wait!
They have complete faith in the news articles that were issued by the Corruptiment. Have they given up the ability to view reality with their own eyes or to think with their own brains?
Unfortunately, that's bound to happen to the masses. That's the reason information can be so easily manipulated. It's pathetic. Any source of information can alter the truth to their advantage, and conceal or change any news that's harmful to them. Any information that is floating around the Netherworld nowadays can be overwritten by the Corruptiment to their favor.
Damn it! I'm not gonna stay dead. They will believe me. They will know that I'm alive.
There they are! Intruders! This is your big opportunity. Make sure you show them that you're still alive.
Rascal, your very existence is a fact. Go out there with confidence.
I know that, damn it! Just watch me. I got this. Can't you see this? You low-class demons! Look at the skull mark on my hood! This proves that I'm Death the Measle, the only son of the president of the Netherworld! Right here! Me! I'm Sir Measle! Look! I'm still alive!
You sound so desperate. To be young again. Aw, Disgaea is jealous. She wants her own trademark too.
No way! Sir Measle?
Yes! It's me! Cool. They finally believe me.
Psych! Did you really think I'd fall for that? How dare you tarnish the name of poor, dead Sir Measle, you impudent brat!
Hey! But I am a Measle. See? The skull?
That looks too generic. I don't think they're gonna buy it. So a trademark should be unique. Disgaea will take note of that.
It is unforgivable to take the death of the President's son lightly. You are hereby sentenced to death.
What's wrong with you, Rascal? You can't change anything by looking down at the ground like that. You were killed once by their false news, and now they'll kill you for a false crime. Are you going to allow that rascal?
Shut up! And stop calling me rascal! I'm Daffy Measle! Fine. I'm gonna prove to them that I'm still alive, even if I have to drill it into their brains!
That's the spirit, rascal.
How thoughtful of you. You possess such an undemon-like quality. It is one of your formidable powers.
Okay, so this will be stage 2. Obviously, it's nothing complicated. It's actually fairly simple. You got 12 enemies altogether, basically in groups of 4. You'll want to bring out your team, and you kind of want to keep them spread out so that you're only taking on maybe take on the first 4 at once. You don't want to piss off any of the other 4 at the side, because that's how you're gonna get I guess outnumbered a bit. So if you can bring out your, I guess, 10 characters or 9 characters, whatever you want to use, you can gang up on the 4 guys in front of that elevator. Once those guys are done, you can pick a side and move towards them. What you can also do is you can kind of move a little bit near them and kind of lure the front 2 towards you, take them out, and then go after the last 2 on the one side, and then do the exact same thing for the left side. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you just want to
I'll do my best.
outnumber all the enemies. I think you're going to see me kind of screw that up. I think I piss off a bunch of the side characters, and I have to I guess fight them with those 4 that are there by default. It works out for me because obviously I'm a bit higher level and I can take them out quicker. For you, it's going to be a little more difficult because you probably won't take out a bunch of them on the first turn. So keep that in mind. Your best bet is to probably just stay on the inside of those 4. Have a character go beside the top 2, and then have another character go between the 2 enemies on each side, corner on the inside. And then if you have a bunch of ranged characters, summon them, put them against the wall of the elevator, kind of check the range of the other 2 enemies on each side, and then just avoid those. Stay a square away from. Leave 1 blank square in front of the last. What's it called? Red square, I guess. That'll show the furthest that they can go. That way, you won't trigger them, and you can just focus on the 4 that are there. So I'll leave it at that. You guys can continue to watch, and I'll see you at stage 3.
Damn it! If this skull doesn't do the trick, what else can I do?
Do you see how superficial your authority is? At least you got through their security. If you want to, you can just go home now.
You don't have to say it like that! You're the one who told me I could clear up the false news if I came here!
Well, I lied. Now that we've gotten past their security system, we don't need you anymore.
So, you were only using me?
That's right. You were used to further the achievements of our Lord's regime usurpation. You should be honored.
You tricky bastard!
You're flattering me.
Then, does that mean the report of my death won't be changed?
Have you been paying attention at all? We came here to take control of this place. Once that's complete, we can easily correct the false news.
I see. Then, we just have to defeat the chief of the Bureau. Wait, that's right, the chief. I just have to talk to her. The lackeys only know what the newspaper tells them, but the chief should be another story. I'm gonna let her know that I'm still alive. She should be able to overturn the false news.
He's failed every attempt he's made so far. Doesn't he ever learn? Inflicting some trauma might help him learn something. Shall we, Big Sis? Well, nah, I don't think we need to go that far. Sneak, sneak.
Did you just see that? I think I saw a Prinny.
No, my lord, that was probably just all in your head.
In that case, it's fine.
Are you the ones who were tarnishing our dearly departed Sir Amizel's name?
Bastards! You fools are all being blinded by the newspaper's lies! I won't forget this! I'll prove that I'm still alive once I get to talk to the chief! I'm gonna report this to my father, and you'll all get busted down to the mailroom!
Using your father's name again? So pathetic. He's acting like a spoiled peon. Being around him is bad for Despo's final boss training.
Rascal, why did you come here? Wasn't it to prove that you exist? Or did you come here to reclaim your identity as your father's son?
What? For both, of course. My existence and my identity as the president's son come as a set.
Is that so? Haven't you realized that your existence can easily be erased without your identity? Why don't you leave your father's protection behind, stand up for your own free will, and take a step forward with your own 2 feet? It's the only way you'll ever be able to prove you exist.
Oh, shut up! I don't need to be preached to by a Prinny instructor. I'm the Netherworld President's only son. I'm gonna report you all to my father to receive severe punishment.
Severe punishment. Good luck with that.
Okay, so now we're on stage 3. Stage 3 is a bit of a tricky one. This one is, it's not difficult in terms of fighting, but it's a bit more of a puzzle, I guess. What you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to focus on the 2 enemies that are on each side.
Ready for me?
What I typically do is I summon the entire team that I'm going to use.
Ready for me?
I think I might go 4 and 4, or I might use 8 characters rather than 10. You can go ahead and use all 10. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to split your group into 2. So if you're using 10, it'll be 5, 5, and 5. You're going to want as many human characters as possible for this, because it's going to involve picking up those geoblocks.
Watch this, big sis!
So the first things you're going to want to do are get your team ready. You want to take out the plant enemies. I don't really know what to call them. Plant women. We'll call them poison ivy. We'll call them poison ivy. It's basically a Batman villain. So yeah, just you can charge them and attack them, or you can sit back and lure them towards you. What you want to kind of stay out of the range of the office workers on those
I'm super scared, dude!
geoblocks for now. They've got ranged attacks that can do pretty significant damage to you. But the main strategy for this is what you're going to do after you're able to take out the poison ivy enemies. You're going to want to pick up those geoblocks, and you're going to toss them against the geoblock that the office worker's standing on. So you obviously want to match the color, and because there's going to be 3 blocks, it's going to be like those stupid matching games you play on your cell phone. The blocks blow up, and that person will drop, and they'll take some damage, I think. I don't know if the geoblock kind of cancels that out. I can't recall. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Once they drop and it's just the one yellow block and the enemy, you're going to walk up to that block with a human character. You'll pick up the enemy and throw them towards, I guess, your crew. And then your crew will have their way with it. So that's pretty much going to be your strategy for the entire level. You're going to have, since there's like 2 paths, like I said, you split up your guys 5 and 5. You send them down each path. You take the geoblock and you throw it towards it. Usually I tend to use the character with the most range, and like the most movement range, as well as range to throw, because you're obviously going to want to be able to throw the block as close as possible. Well, not as close as possible. You want it to actually touch, so you want to do that in as little moves as possible and without getting too close to take damage. So yeah, so work your way to each side. There's going to be more of the poison ivy enemies, so you'll probably want to lure them all to you before you take on the office workers. In total, there's going to be, I think there's maybe 5 office workers on those geoblocks. The final office worker is going to actually be on, I think it's 4 blocks rather than 3. So it's actually going to require the last geoblock of the previous office worker. So try to explain that a little bit more clear. So on each side, you're going to come to the office worker on the 3 blocks. You're going to throw the block, and it's going to destroy them. And then there's going to be the office worker on that one colored block. So basically, after you deal with those office workers on that block, you're going to need the block that he was standing on to destroy the 2 blocks that the other guy's standing on, the final guy. Other than that, there's not really too much to go on about. The strategy is pretty simple. Lure the poison ivy enemies, pick up the geoblock, toss it against the other geoblocks, take out the office worker on top, rinse and repeat until your at the final guy, where you'll need the geoblock that the previous office worker was standing on in order to take out his blocks. So this is actually the final stage of, I guess, part 1. There's going to be another, let's say, 3 stages. I think there's 6 in this episode. There's mostly 6 in all the episodes. It's just this one is obviously going to be a long one. You can obviously skip through it if you don't need, if the description's enough to get you by. Or you can continue watching and see how I do it. It's up to you.
Let's Arm off me. Protection Bureau is run by the Corruptor Men, right? So, couldn't the false news have been spread intentionally?
What did you say?
Expect that idiot to notice.
Do you think that you may have already been abandoned by your dad?
Oh, what are you talking about? I'm his only son. Father would never...
But you're kind of a failure.
Oh! That's not my fault!
Deflecting responsibility for your mistakes? How pathetic. You should start over as a Prinny.
Were you abandoned because you're so weak? In that case, you're just like Disgaea. I'll give you a little bit of my sympathy. Oh well, I think this experience will help you grow stronger anyway. I was pretty much neglected growing up too. Kids grow up to be tougher when they have harsher upbringings, you know?
You say that so casually. Were you abandoned too?
Uh-huh. I mean, it was basically the same thing. He's the worst dad ever. Big sis.
A bond among neglected children. Looks like our party is knitting together tighter than ever.
Yes, my lord. However, I'm not sure if this is the kind of bond we're looking for.
Hold on! I didn't say I was abandoned just yet!
So that does it for the first part of our episode 4 guide. Thank you guys for watching. This is Sean Broccoli, and I'll see you guys next time.